The familiar sights of the city of Invercargill are on view as the French rugby team come to the Deep South for the last match before the first test match at Lancaster Park on Saturday. And this is the old rugby park, which under a sponsorship arrangement to the Southland Rugby Union is now known as Homestead Rugby Stadium. And it's here that Southland will play the touring French team. There's a fair degree of optimism about the Southland side today. It's a young team which maybe sees itself as Manawatu did last Saturday, underdogs with nothing to lose. Most of these players have been in the Southland team for only a couple of seasons. The exceptions are the winger, number 11, Bruce Pascoe, the second 5/8 and captain, Murray Brown, and the hooker, number 2, Brent Ewell, who was a member of the New Zealand divisional team which toured to the Pacific last year. The French continued to confound with their selections. They picked Franck Maynel on the wing for today, a surprising decision, but he has withdrawn because he says he's not mentally prepared to play there. So it's Philippe Perrault you'll see wearing number 14. In the forwards, Urbani, who played lock last week, is now a flanker, and Roumat, who's been picked as a flanker for this tour, is now a lock. But the famous names are back again: Blanco, Salah, Berbizier, Lagisquet and Condom, to give the French 15 today a much more solid and experienced look than their local opponents. And today's referee is Lindsay McLaughlin, Otago's number 1, as the game kicks off in perfect conditions in Southland, which is amazing considering some huge showers of rain which fell overnight. And there's Southland in the maroon jerseys, and the first penalty of the game is awarded against the touring French team. So that's Ian Crossan, the Southland fullback, young player who's been in the team just 3 seasons, 21-year-old, and he's found a good touch at the 10-metre mark. Berbizier throws towards the back. Number 3 in for the ball is Pascal Ondat, and it's a little slippery on top, and the Southland forwards show some good, commendable spirit to get down inside the 22, right close to the touchline, and a penalty against number 4. That's Jean Condom, and this could be an early scoring chance for Ian Crossan of Southland. That's the touchline just by Crossan's right boot. But this shot at goal after just 1 minute of play. What a start for the Maroons of Southland, and they lead after 1 minute by 3-0. The Southland team making all the running in the opening moments of play here. 4 minutes gone first half. Number 9 is Pierre Bizier. Berbizier, that's De Vergy. Blanco up. This is a right winger, Philippe Perrault, number 14. 10-metre mark, Southland territory. So the first time the French have moved the ball, this is Roger Thomas in that kind of rugby league type run that he puts in. That's Bouet out towards Lagisquet on the wing. He got away from Philip Johnston. Lovely running by Lagisquet. The ball is lost by Philippe Salah, and you see the referee's arm out for the advantage. It wasn't quite there in time for Bobby Morrell, the Southland halfback. This is Philippe Salah, who waited in vain for some running chances in the game against Counties. Outside the Southland 22 after 5 minutes of play. 3-0 to the home team. And this is Simon Colhane, who had a very good season when he came into the Southland side halfway through the 88 season. And he's retained his place here into the 89 season in the number 10 shirt, Simon Colhane. So very early on, France are trying shorten line-up. Berbizier throwing, that is Condom. Out to Roger Thomas, this is De Vergy at the 22-metre line. Into the setup go the French team. They seem to have it in mind from these early moments that they may pass the ball more today. Berbizier, a drop kick from Roger Thomas, and it's just wide. Restart from the 22. Here's how it happened. Berbizier away to Roger Thomas. My word, their Southland backs were up. And it looked like they might have been up too quick, but the kick was outside. Now that's Benetton. Berbizier, Roger Thomas, Andrieux, the inside centre, number 12. Advantage being played. Berbizier on the short side. This is Philippe Salah. This is Philippe Perrault. Oh, and the French are there in big numbers this time. Carried on by Urbani, that's the 22. Over the top and around the short side again. Philippe Rouget-Thomas. Berbizier setting it up for another run by Philippe Perrault. 15 metres out from the Southland goal line. Berbizier holding it up again for the hard drive by Divergy. This is awesome stuff from the French. Kicked away by Culhane, just spoiling it a little. Well done, the Southland first time out again. And he's just messed up the French routine there. But the French will have to put in at the next scrum. Good play by the French team, led by the captain, Berbizier, number 9, and he has repeatedly just holding the pass for the first man to burst off him, and this is a good attacking position now for France. 15 minutes first half. Divergy has the ball under his feet, and that is a penalty against well, it's a penalty against the French. Berbizier asked the question. He's a very well-mannered man, and I think Culhane saw the ball come out, and then it was taken in again. France have spent most of the first quarter on attack. This is a good running chance, and they've shown that they want to run it a wee bit more today, but confusion in midfield. Blanco has got it up and continues to move it. This is Philippe Perrault's cut from the right wing, carried on by Olivier Roumat. Sorry, that's Divergy. That's the goal line right there. Good rush by the French team, a few of them hanging off. In goes Rouget-Thomas to try and clear the ball. There it is for him. Didn't particularly like his methods. He used his feet and then his head to push Southland players out of the way. But this is a golden chance for the French team now. They haven't looked like scoring a try yet, and that was a good run by the number 8, Thierry Divergy. French back play in midfield has not looked good so far on this tour. They've missed that previous play. Here they go again. Rouget-Thomas, Andrea, Rouget-Thomas, Blanco sidesteps. With him is Sellard. Now, can they get it for Berbizier? And this is a comfortable scoring chance for the French team under the post. Will Berbizier shoot for goal? 22 minutes gone. And it's simply put through by Philippe Perrault. And there it is, 3-all, halfway through the first half. That's Rata Smith, a very hard country flanker. He's got it down for Morel. Nicely taken in by Peter Henderson. And this is Murray Hewitson, the Southland pack, working well together here. This is Morel on the narrow side. This is Henderson, David Henderson. Whoa, Yule the hooker. What a charge by Graham Yule. The head-high tackle went in. Referee is playing for advantage. Can the Maroons get it? Morel on the blind side again. Henderson. And the referee has blown his whistle. He's signalling for lost forward. The French will get the put in, but maybe Salah's tackle was high. But what a good run by Brent Yule, number 2. You see him there with his arm raised going into the scrum, charging for the line, and the try looked on there for Southland. Corner flag in the background. Berbizier back to Blanco, very deep in goals here at Chicago. And Blanco clears from about 15 metres back behind the goal line. French are starting to dominate the lineouts, but here's one that the Southland team have smuggled off them. And French player coming around offside is Dominique Urbani, number 7. And this is a chance after 28 minutes, once again for Ian Crossan. Look for Urbani, number 7. Good charge here by Brian McDonald into the setup for the new position, and there you'll see Urbani coming around. He's offside. Crossan with his second kick of the day, and he puts Southland back in the lead. 2 penalty goals for Ian Crossan. Southland 6 and France 3. French front row today: Marc Pujol, Dominique Bouet and Pascal Ondat. 12 is Murray Brown, number 9 is Bobby Morel. Good tackling that time by Brent Shepherd. It's just on the French side of halfway. Andrea to Blanco to Lagisquet, the real speedster. gets away from Johnston. Rogers going down looking for support. He finds it in the form of Benetton at the 22. Carried out by Andrieu. Intercepted by Morel. Good kick by Morel. Blanco chugging back. He's got men behind him. And Blanco takes it across the touchline. They're all so confusing, these Frenchmen. There was a chance to maybe swing it inside or even come forward for a kick. But Blanco just walked it across the touchline. A quick throw in by Southland. They are playing very well. Away to Culhane. Brown has left out Cross and it's a kicking through for Pascoe. Pascoe and Benetton. Brown has a hack at the ball. Pascoe in possession, but he might have been accidentally offside. But there is the Southland team continuing to play with a lot of the traditional spirit here and trying to move the ball away from the big, heavy French forwards, and they're getting it together pretty well. 6 points to 3 late in the first half. So one wonders how the French captain feels as the first half is coming towards its end. And no tries yet by his team against another Division 2 side in New Zealand, which is playing way above its station. This is Rouget Thomas. Pujol plays that one forward, keeps the momentum going. That's only the 22 there. Babizier has gone in hunting for the ball. Narrow side to Andrieu. But you see, they're just muddled and crowded there. This is Lagisquet, taken down by Peter Henderson. Again, they're at the 22. Rouget Thomas just really wanting to run into a new set-up position. Now Babizier swinging wide to Salah. This is Blanco. They finally cleared it to Barreau. While Barreau gets inside Crossan. And Barreau is in for the first try.
Rider number 14 to France, Colette Barreau.
Late in the half, France get to the lead for the first time. It came after a number of crash balls put into the set-up position. They finally cleared it to Salah, to Blanco, and Barreau comes inside Crossan, who was overbalanced, and he beat him on the wrong foot, and Philippe Barreau is in for the first try of the day. So there's the man who scored the day's first try, Philippe Barreau. His try was not converted, and France, late in the first half, lead by 7-6. Some hard work going in the scrums late in the first half, but there is a penalty against the French team right on half-time. They just scored the try, which put them into a 7-6 lead. But Ian Crossan is coming forward, and right on half-time he's going to kick for goal to try and get the lead back for the home team. He missed one. He's hit that well, but it's going to come down a bit short. So still not a bad tactical kick. Taken by Babizier. Oh, and he got clear of Pascoe. Out to Rouget Thomas. Oh, space. Pascoe's not there because he went in for the chase. So the French go up towards halfway. This is Urbani to Blanco, who sprints down the right wing. Back is Rata Smith, and he meets Blanco head on. Hewitson. Brown's kick has gone to space. Lagisquet and Johnston. Bulmer and Andrieu. Andrieu now with the ball. Right on half-time. Hewitson, who's had a good game in the first half, throws him over the touchline, and that is half-time. Southland have played with commendable spirit. They've scored 2 penalties. France have the only try and a penalty, and that's the score at half-time. France 7 and Southland 6. We'll be back with more from Invercargill after this break. So the second half begins in Invercargill with a kick out on the full by Southland's Ian Crossan. And there he is, the man who landed 2 penalty goals in the first half. And the French are going back towards the halfway for the old trick of having the quick throw in Babizier, who's a crafty one. But instead there's going to be the scrum back for the restart. Now you see the new man on the field, the nearest side of the French scrum. Gutaway is on for Bouet, who's gone off. So Babizier, Blanco straight up from fullback. Good tackle on him by Morel, the halfback, who's picked the ball up and cleared it again. So this is Bobby Morel, the halfback, who's from the Old Boys Club, just a 22-year-old, and my word, he's played a good, courageous game in the Southland effort today so far. Quick put in, that's the answer if your team is outweighed in the scrums. Away to Simon Culhane. Deep kick, Blanco getting back slowly again. My word, Blanco surface, which looks good from up here, but in fact is a little heavy, and a good kick by number 10, Simon Culhane. Thrown towards the back this time. French are dominating the lineouts front, back and middle today with their very tall players. No change since half-time in Invercargill. Southland playing with the sun at their backs in the second half. In a lovely southern winter's day. Fast passing by the French to Barreau, who scored the only try in the first 40 minutes. And Barreau has played the ball with his hands there, and so he is penalised. This is the last man up, Philippe Barreau, and it's a penalty for Southland. It's 22nd game for Southland. Ian Crossan got Southland away to a good start in their first half. There he goes in the second half. Oh, deflected off the post, and the French are now running it out. This is Marc-André Lagisquet, but again, lots of maroon across there in cover defence. They've covered a lot of ground, some of those Southland players. Now, out again into the backs. This is de Vergy. The French trying to run it again. They seem to rather altogether more urgent. This is Roumat, Selah, Blanco, Philippe Barreau. Good tackle by Morel. Selah, Lagisquet, Babuzier. Andrea dropped it. And so again, the French frustrated, but by their own ineptness, because Marc-André, underneath all that, has dropped the pass, so the momentum is stopped. So the people who've come into the stadium today are no doubt very pleased with the way the Southland team has gone. They beat Canada earlier this year, so they have an international win under their belts already. And they've beaten France in the past. The last time they were here, it was a win to Southland. Here's Lagisquet showing some speed at last down the left wing side. Caught by Crossan, and the ball is in touch at the 22. He's had very few chances to run as the speedy left winger, Patrice Lagisquet. Throw in here for Brent Ewell, the vice-captain. Ewell, who's throwing in, was the captain in the match against Otago last week when Southland played pretty well, but lost 40-21, scored 3 good tries through their backs. Free kick now for the Southland team. There's Gutaway, veteran prop forward, who's in place of Bouet. And again, that tactic of kicking the ball straight down the ground. Pierre Babuzier now just hoisting it up in the air. Taken by Morel. This is Peter Henderson. Straight into Marc Pujol. Now Southland trying to ruck the ball, and penalty. A bit of a swish there, and the referee has changed his mind. Somebody threw a punch that Hearns or Leonard might be happy with today, and the referee has changed his mind, and that could be crucial in the close game, because that was within the kicking range of Ian Crossan, the Southland fullback. So this is halfway. Southland worked hard to get up there. That was, I think, a scoring chance that was lost. Ewell throws, deflected on the French side. Penalty for Southland at halfway this time. Referee McLaughlin makes the gesture of pushing at line-out time, and back go the French forwards. So Crossan has kicked well, 2 penalties and one that hit the post. This one's a long one from near halfway. He struck that well. It's over. The crossbar to skin it in. So Crossan has done it. He's put Southland back in the lead. 7 minutes gone second half, and we wait for the French team to open up and let the sun shine in on their brilliance. Certainly in 2.5 games in New Zealand they haven't shown much, and here's a team that's 4th in Division 2 last year in the lead as Urbani tries to get to a new setup. Babuzier off to de Vergy, who's up towards the 22. Terry de Vergy, Babuzier again, Roger Thomas, Andrea Selah pushing his hands ahead to Blanco, to Philippe Barreau. Pasto gets him. The touch. Says he's over the touch line. Blanco, with that funny little look, doesn't agree. Here's the passing in the backs, and look at this. Take a picture of this, because this is a rarity. French are passing it beyond the first 5/8. Salah got his hands nicely up and through to Blanco, and here is Barreau sprinting for the corner. Here's where it becomes a photo finish. Pascoe got him high around the shoulders. The touch judge is there. That's a Paddy O'Brien, and Barreau puts the ball down, and I don't think that ball went out at all. I think that might have been a try, but we've got the advantage of the second look. Across field against one of the French players for some dirty play. The touch judge on the far side is none other than New Zealand's #1 referee, David Bishop, and so the French have negated one of their best attacks of the tour. So, will they get their dander up? Not with play like that from Blanco. That's skying the ball 10 yards over the touchline on the full, and back the French go 70 metres from that promising position. Kick through behind, this is Barreau, duffing about. Hewitson is right there. So a great chance for Southland here. They haven't got the weight to try for such a thing as a put in. Lost forward in there, so a chance gone begging for the Southland team, and now a defensive scrum for the French. 13 minutes gone second half. Southland leading by 9 points to 7. But the French are making a real muddle of it again here, this time in Invercargill. So there's Brent Shepherd. And there is David Henderson. Two very lively flankers in the Southland team today. And this is the free kick for Southland. Out to the 15-metre mark. Are they on for a droppy here? Let's see if Ian Crossan comes into the picture, out to the right. They're trying to get organised here. Could be on for a drop kick for Crossan. Here he is, he's handy. Here it goes. This is a big chance for Southland. He's hit it well, just wide. Still 9 points to 7. Southland making all the attacks at the moment. Deflected by Shepherd. Benetton through. Hands, says referee McLaughlin. Southland pack will retire this time. Nicely deflected by Morrell to Crossan. Deflected off Barreau to midfield to this ruck. Penalty for Southland. The way Ian Crossan is feeling back at fullback, this could be on for another shot at goal. So number 15, Ian Crossan, could be on for another goal, but he skidded that one across the turf to Babizier. Now what can the French captain do? They're running in, zigzagging off him. But it was Pascoe who came in for the tackle. This is Roger Thomas. The French pack rumbling away here. Devergy, who's had a good game today, showing good powerful leg drive. Babizier. Blanco. Philippe Barreau, caught by Morrell. Babizier. Referee McLaughlin has the Frenchman confused about that one. So Ian Crossan again kicks for goal. He's hit this one well. Another goal for a new man on the greater New Zealand rugby scene. Ian Crossan, 4 penalties, and Southland are now leading 12-7. A dramatic series of scrums here in the last moments of play. Look at these Southland fellows, complete no-names on the national scene, and they're giving the European Five Nations Championship winners a torrid time. They lead by 12-7, Southland. Can they hang on? Bavizier, Rouget Thomas, he's short of the line. Bavizier again. He didn't get it down. He did not get it down. He did not get it down. 12 points to 7, the home team lead. They won last time the two teams met by 12-11 in 1979. Session, Bavizier, Blanco, Session again. Look at the Southland tacklers. That was Philip Johnson who dragged the feet out from under Session. The game is over. It's a famous day for Southland rugby. They wanted a big day. The rugby's been a wee bit down and out down here as the team slipped out of Division 1 and was only 4th in Division 2 last year. But now on the eve of the first test match, Southland have shown the way to New Zealand rugby by tipping over the French by 12-7.